Hello everyone. Let's go through the cost segregation tax saving calculator. It's just going to be a simple walkthrough. Hopefully it's self-explanatory so it's easy for you to do. So basically all you do is to input your information in the green cells only. And first you want to enter your purchase price. So it is already preview to be $200,000. And here you have some information on what it would be, like for the purchase price. You want to include the contract purchase price plus any acquisition related closing cost into your tax basis, such as legal attorney fee, title insurance, recording fee, blah blah blah, but do not include any financing related costs like loan origination fees or prepaid expenses, blah blah blah. So this is gonna help to determine the depreciable basis of the property. And then after that you want to input your place in service date. So once you input this number, it actually change the bonus depreciation. However, this is an Excel file, so basically the um, bonus depreciation percentage it probably only take to the year 2000. So you can go back to the year 2000, and then you can go up forward a little bit. So look at the example here, June 30th, 2025. So this is already after the big beautiful tax bill take effect. So your bonus depreciation percentage is 100%. But say if I change it to 1/1/2025, so you see the bonus depreciation change to 40 because 40% because between 1/1/25 to 1/19/25 it's only 40%. But if you go from 1/20th 25, so the bonus depreciation jumped to 100%. So I'm trying to take into consideration the bonus depreciation for the big beautiful tax bill. So let's say I want to do 1/1/2024. So you see the percentage is go to 60%. So the calculator basically taking between the year 2000 to now, pretty much. So, but if you feel like this number is inaccurate, then you could change this number as well if you see fit. So let me maybe zoom out a little bit more. So I don't know what your screen resolution is. So hopefully this helps you see a little better of the actual calculator. And there's the input node. So you can look at it to determine how best to input over here. So let's say I do 1/20/25 for the 100% bonus. And then now for your property type, here's the drop down list. So you have some options to choose from. Since it's more like an initial calculator, it's not supposed to be your true and for all the final report that you would want to use on your tax return. This is more like a screening tool to help you see, okay, if my properties is falling into the category that this calculator covers, which is not everything, but a lot of things that you can see here, like residential 1 to 4 unit, industrial storage, apartment building, residential 5+ unit, office or retail. Then you could choose the one that best match your property. So the whole purpose of this calculator is not to be on your final tax return, but the calculator can help you screen the opportunity, like it's a first time screening to see if cost tag even makes sense for this property. So that's what it is doing. And the say you choose the residential, so remember the property The asset class have not changed yet. It was still uh, was in the storage. So you also need to go down here and change the asset class that corresponding to the residential property, right? So I want to say this is a single family home. So make sure after you choose the property type, you also need to choose the asset class as well. Don't skip that step. And then the land value. So this is where you would add in the land value, and here on the instruction side for the input tab, the land value is going to tell you a little bit how to determine that land value. And then you input the renovation cost. So just say if you don't renovate anything, you can put 0. So once you put 0, your depreciable basis, which is your purchase minus land plus renovation, gonna change. So you can see it down here. I'm just gonna put it back to 10K, and you can put any amount. And then for the tax rate, I'm choosing the 37% tax rate, but there's other options you can choose from. And then if you want to see instruction, there's tax rate instruction over here. And then so that's all you need to do for the purpose of the calculator. And then down here, it tells you 3 scenarios. So no study. So if you just take the straight line depreciation, so this is what you probably expecting to get, right? So, and then the conservative amount that you might get, because the calculator using rule of thumb, so it's show you the optimistic, like if your allocation is better between the personal property, site improvement, and property and real property, then you get better. So if your percentage is better, then you get more depreciation and potentially get more tax savings. So that's what it's doing for you. And then if you look at the second tab, which is the depreciation schedule tab, so this calculator is only due a 40 years. So if you want to do 27 and a half, it's going to be a different calculator. And this is your depreciation over time. So you can see, and then here's a chart, right? So you have the no study. So if you just take the regular depreciation with no cost of study, this is what you get, right? And then if you do a conservative percentage allocation, this is what you get. And this is the optimistic, right? This is what you get. But so you can see that by the end of your depreciating periods, which is 39 year, the amount of depreciation total that you take is the same, which is what we've been highlighting throughout our cost segregation cost, that with cost segregation you don't change the total amount of depreciation. Whatever path you take, it's still the same, right? And then the total of depreciation is still the same, but you get to choose the year, right? So if I do, say, if you look at year 1 here, if I do no cost segregation, I just take the regular depreciation like I always do with long-term rental, then this is the depreciation that I get, very little, right? So no study, so I get about 4,100 of depreciation. So times 37% of that, so that's approximately what my tax saving would be. But if I had taken a conservative cost segregation approach, then the first year is probably get me to 38,000, almost 39,000 of depreciation, right? And then take that and time your marginal tax rate, right? And then plus other tax percentage that apply to you for that year, I guess state tax, and if you have other kind of taxes, that's what you probably be saving. And if I get a more optimistic cumulative, like a more approximate allocation, because this is your rule of thumb, so it's still very big. But once you do like a professional study, then it's more accurate. Then usually you can get to a higher number than if you use like another method that less accurate in the point of view of the IRS, then usually you get a more conservative number. So that's why this calculator somewhat kind of illustrating the concept that you might have a more conservative number or a more optimistic number. So I hope it helps, and I'll see you at the next video.